I'm Melody Thomas Scott with
I'm Jose Jimenez.
Eric Braden. Welcome to our video chat. Thank you for coming. We have lots of questions to answer. What do you think?
One of the questions is, Lauren is asking, what have been some of your favorite scenes together over the years? And I love the oldies flashbacks. Been a fan for over 26 years. Thank you for being a fan, Lauren. That's wonderful. We appreciate that.
Keep it up. There are so many favorite scenes. It's really impossible. I kind of look at our love story, our saga. The saga of Victor and Nikki is always very riveting and exciting, whether we're in love or whether we're fighting.
Well, one of the most memorable scenes was about 2 weeks ago. It's has not been aired yet.
Yeah,
that was a hell of a scene.
We kind of drifted away from the script and just did and said what
we fight very well.
Yes, we do. We do enjoy that. We enjoy
angry
fighting
with each other. We really.
We're both Aries, so you
that
know.
scene was great.
But you gotta wait to see it.
It's difficult to really pick one scene.
It's very hard because in our minds they're not separate scenes. It's all just kind of all one Genoa City moment.
The bad thing is I forget about it.
And it's hard. Well, I think just to keep our own sanity, we have to somehow vacuum those out so we have room for the next day. Otherwise, you go crazy.
You know, Lauren, to answer your question more succinctly, as soon as a scene is over with, I'm out of that. I don't think about it anymore. It's gone. So then in retrospect, you think about it, but the scene about 2 weeks ago, whoa, fireworks.
You'll see it in a couple of weeks. Oh, here's another one. May is asking, which cast member that you haven't had a chance to work with that much, sorry, I don't have my glasses on, which cast member that you haven't had a chance to work with that much would you like to? I think they mean work with. Eric? Baby? Let me think.
I can't really. I'm very happy with whom I'm working with. I can't think of that.
Thank you, darling.
Who would I want to work with?
Well, I am loving working with Christoph, which over the years has just been very now and then.
Right.
And I'm really enjoying that. Yeah, that's fantastic. So I hope that continues. Anyway.
And I don't mind her working with Christoph. Don't let her work with anyone else. Christoph is a nice guy.
Selective jealousy over here. There's another one.
What's the next one? Bryce asks, what's your favorite thing about each other?
Ooh, I don't know. Favorite thing?
What is it?
I can't even explain our chemistry yet. Can you?
No. And you know the funny thing is you shouldn't ask that question. Melody and I, we go into scenes and we sort of feel each other through it, and something always happens when you try to analyze it too much.
Yes.
It becomes dead. So you
exactly.
Whatever it is magic time, and I love it. So,
and at magic time, I think we are really Victor and Nikki.
Yes.
And the minute magic time is over, we're Mel and Eric again. So it's almost like two different people to know.
Mean, in rehearsal, she and I make nothing but fun of this. We really make fun of this.
Yeah.
But when it comes time to shoot it, it gets serious, and we are right on it. So I think what I love about you the most is the fact that we've worked together for all these years, and we still get along. I mean, that's
that is
amazing.
Rather unusual, but we can count on each other to be spontaneous, and that is very pleasurable in a scene. Like, he trusts me if he goes off book, that I'll go right along with him, and that's part of the fun.
Which we did the other day.
Yes.
Whoa, did we do it the other day? But Sarah's asking, you both are parents on the show, and in real life, what advice would you give to new parents? I would say, what would you say?
I really can't compare our parenthood on the show to real life because it is so extraordinarily
different,
unreal with the wealth and the privilege that Victoria and Nicholas have been given, it's really not even something to stand up next to real life. But we've both, thank goodness, been very successful parents in real life. We're very proud of our children. They're grown now. We have grandchildren.
Yes.
I've got another one on the way, another grandchild.
I had one. I had another one.
Oh, that's
A
right.
month ago. Yes.
Right. So,
Yes.
you know, life goes on in Genoa City as well
But
as
if
your life.
I were
But
to venture advice about that to young parents, be very patient with each other as well, because it sometimes becomes rather stressful.
set a good example.
And be loving to your child. You know, just be loving.
And don't let them grow up to be actors or cowboys.
Well, I'm not so sure about
don't
that.
want a cowboy.
I'm not so sure about that. I don't know. I don't know what I would say about that, and I would be hesitant. But one of my son, for example, I wouldn't have minded if he had become an actor because he was very gifted.
Well, yes, he
But
has
he
a lot of
decided to become a
talent.
writer and a director.
It's just a heartbreaking business if
Oh.
you don't really have great joy and passion for it. You must do it. It's in your blood. It takes more than just a little pretty face or a casual interest. It's a tough, tough business. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't wish that on my children or anybody's
No.
children. So if they're meant to be in this business, they'll find their way.
It's a heartbreaking business. It can be,
Mm-hmm.
and can be wonderful for the very few of us who are actually working. Mel
Very
and I have
fortunate.
been very, very lucky for the last, my God, 35 years,
36
years.
yeah.
That's unbelievable. That's unheard of in this business. And,
Amazing.
150,000 actors, of which 1%, 1,500 make a living. That's the reality. Okay. Next question is Jan.
Jen asks, what do you like to do in your spare time when you're not working? Sometimes there's not a lot of that.
Huh?
Sometimes there's not a lot of spare time.
No, that's very true.
I have a very boring life. I don't go to parties and openings and things like that. I think they imagine that we have a very glamorous, entertaining life, and mine couldn't be further from that. I fuss over my dog. You fuss over your dogs.
Well, yeah.
I, read. Very boring, homey, nothing things that I like to do.
I like to go out with friends to have dinner. I really do.
We like to have people
And
over.
I
We
love
don't
to
go out very
play
much.
sports, do a lot of sports, work out a lot, read a lot. I love time alone with New York Times or LA Times or whatever, and just read. Tweet sometimes to my friends on Twitter, and talk to my family in Germany, my brothers. Never bored, ever bored. So, but I work out a lot. Or tennis, or boxing, or lifting, or whatever. But then I really enjoy sitting in outside restaurants and talking to my friends. I enjoy that. And my family.
Okay, is that it?
That's
That's
it.
it for your spare time.
Dana
Dana.
asks, love both of you. Thank you very much. Will you be attending the Why Not Dinner event on August 15th?
I will.
I will.
Yes,
If she will,
we will.
we will.
Okay, it's a deal. And I'm happy to learn now that it is evening. I wasn't sure if it was
It's in the evening.
lunch. It says dinner here, so
Yeah.
we'll be there. Bryce asks, what? Oh, wait. Sorry, we already did
Emily.
that one.
Emily asks,
Emily asks,
what is it like working with Joshua Morrow and Steve Burton?
I think it's great. Of course, we have a different kind of working relationship.
Yeah.
Of course, they're my babies. They're my boys. So I do rather take on a motherly personality with them. You just can't help it. And they're so cute and adorable and always into mischief. And sometimes they need mama to tell them to be good. And they're just wonderful, so
They're both
fun.
very
and
nice guys to
wonderful
work
actors.
with. Very nice people to work with. Josh, of course, we have known him since he was what, 16 or 15?
I think he was 16.
16.
I remember the day he got the job. He didn't know that our stage goes out to an outside balcony that looks over the parking lot. And the day he was told he got the part, I was up on that balcony. He walked out to his car, and he just jumped up in the air and he said, yes! And I was so
Really?
excited to have witnessed
wonderful.
that. And he didn't know it. And then later on, I told him I saw him. He was a little embarrassed, but it was
That's so
so
nice.
precious. And thank God he's still here. He's just
They're
wonderful.
both very
It's
nice
amazing.
guys. Steve Burton is couldn't be nicer. So both a pleasure to work with.
Nice eyes on both of them.
Next one.
All right, who's next?
Marie Michelle asks, what do you think it is about Victor and Nikki's relationship that has attracted the fans for so many years? I think that primarily when we fight, we're very honest and it's very real. I mean that.
In
So-
other words, I could get away with telling you to shut up that other day, where in real life that would not be happening.
That's right. So,
The first thing that came to my mind on this question was opposites attract. I think, and I'm
yeah.
talking Nikki Victor. I think Nikki Victor are very opposite, and yet
But you
there
also know how to deal with me, and you have always known how to deal with me, and
Yes.
we really
Well, I'm not
have
stupid.
we have not had many arguments really. I can't, maybe one or two in 35 years.
In
36
real life,
years.
oh yeah,
No,
very
not in real
few.
life. I mean, yes, about
But as Victor and Nikki, there is this elusive, attractive attraction that they have, and again, we shouldn't talk it to death,
no,
but
we don't know.
We don't know,
But it
we
works.
do enjoy it. We enjoy doing it as much as you enjoy watching
We
it.
look forward to working with each other. That's the most important thing. Next question.
What's it? Oh, I keep going back to
Jenny.
the wrong
Jenny
ones.
asks, what was at the
Jenny,
bottom?
Jenny says, "What do you like about working with Amelia Heinley?
She's just the sweetest,
She is the most precious
just the sweetest girl.
angel in the land. I love her. I want to be near her. I want to be in her
I know.
airspace.
Great sense of humor.
There is just an aura about her that is so unusual and loving and kind, and I just I'm a fan of her humanity. I'm a fan of her.
Just a sweet girl.
She's just,
Just a
one-
sweet
and a fabulous actress, and I
And
can't
very
think
funny.
of anyone else I would rather spend time with off the set, and we do get into trouble a bit, giggling too much. She's precious, wonderful girl.
Yep. I second
All
that.
right.
Next one. Tanya asks, what do you want to see happen in the future for the Newmans? You know, I can only answer that by saying that I trust the writers. I think the writers have done a damn good job. Are there moments when you sort of slightly disagree? Sure. But I really think the show has been wonderful lately. I really mean that. And so I trust the writers implicitly. There are moments when you call about something that you don't particularly like, but that happens very rarely. I just think the show is damn good right now. It really is.
I agree. And I don't even ask. I don't even want to know what's coming.
No.
It's more fun to open a script and read it and go, whoa. I would never make a habit of asking the writers what's going to happen. But if I could have one thing,
Oh,
I'm going to say this.
what is it?
I wish we had our old ranch back. I
that
miss
is
our
very true.
old ranch very
I've
much.
never liked our new living room, never. And the ranch should be an expansive, big joint.
I
you know?
actually cried the day that they burned it down. I was very upset. So I do miss that. And if I could have any input into the future, I would hope that we get something similar to our old ranch.
Yep, I second that completely. Joanna asks, what is the best part of your job in YNR?
Wow. The best. I mean, every aspect of it. We're so fortunate, so lucky to be able to do what we do and get paid for it on top of it. What is the best?
I think for me, it has been the fact that no other role, and I've had many on nighttime television and in films, no other role has afforded me to play as many aspects of a character as the role of Victor Newman. No other role. It's for daytime actors, I think it's the most wonderful experience.
It has been incredible and such a rarity in this business to be able to play the same character and yet take that character through so many different
My God.
roads and personalities and have it continue on and on and on like a Dickens novel. It just never ends.
Would you like a drink?
And, well, not right now, darling, maybe in a minute.
It's just water.
That's another thing.
promise.
That's right. This is just water. You see, no labels. I got to the bottles before you got
just
here.
water.
But we are just very fortunate. I don't think there is any negative aspect of what we do. I enjoy the kinship. I enjoy the family that I've created here. There are many people here who I consider family. So it's almost like seeing family every day. I go to bed. I know you don't.
I don't.
I think perhaps because I grew up in real life with, shall I say, a non-family. I never had I was craving family. So for this to fall into my lap not only has given me a wonderful job, but has given me a real family.
You know, I don't because I don't trust it.
I know.
I don't trust the fact that I'll be working here next week.
Oh,
I've
nor
always
do
felt
I.
that way. I don't have any. I have no photos in my dressing room because I don't trust it that I'll be here next month. And I've been here for 35 years. It's because I've done too much nighttime where you work for a week and then you're off to
Well,
other
I
shows.
can certainly say that I know what you mean.
Yeah. And we have experienced it.
Yes.
You know.
But anyway, things all worked out for the best, and
So
we're
the
still here.
next
and-
question is, how do you keep scenes fresh, working together for so long?
Well, that's just part of the job, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, part of the job is to get it. First of all, learning dialogue is not quite as easy as some people may think. We do sometimes between 10 and I've done as many as 62 pages in one day. I'm sure similarly with you. So you spend a lot of time cramming dialogue. So then when you get to the set, you do everything in your power to make it real. And that has never bored me, to make something that someone else wrote
That's
real.
that's the
That's the
joy.
great fun of-
That's the
precisely.
fun of acting.
That's the joy of it.
Is to take what's on that page
Yeah.
and make it real.
And when you know there's a connection between the actors, it's wonderful.
And when that
Something
camera is on and we're saying the dialogue, it is real. It's real for me.
right, exactly.
And it's real for you too, I
Right.
sense.
like- Right. But
That's
I
the
don't know
fun.
how it works with you. With me, there's always a third eye watching.
Mm-hmm.
I watch everything.
I have my technical eye also going on.
I
I know
just-
what camera is on.
That
I
bores
know.
me. That I don't pay attention to.
I know.
That is technical. You do your technically, and I'm just concerned with making the scene real. But there's always a third eye watching and saying, that was real, that was not. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do indeed.
Yeah.
And hopefully they'll let us redo. If something sounded fake, oh, please, God, let's do that again. So,
Next question, darling.
we do. Where are we? Sheila?
The bottom.
Susan? Melody? Do you enjoy playing drunk Nikki? Why is she so popular with the audience? Well, that is a question I ask myself every day. She is indeed very popular.
I love it when you play drunk. I just love it. I go, ooh, baby.
Well, I do too, and it's something that I guess we all just sort of stumbled upon, and was so popular that she keeps drifting back into it, which is very difficult to try to maintain a character's.
Why don't we both play drunk?
Would that be something that would be
Hey,
so?
Nikki.
Well, one of us has to be sober.
What?
We'll have to hire a driver.
Be hilarious.
I really don't know. It somehow is amusing when Nikki is drunk. And it's a tragic situation, and yet we find it funny. I get it, but I don't get it, but I love doing it, so thank you.
And you're damn good at it. You are very good at it. Sometimes I say, wait a minute, is she okay? Anyway, what's the next question? Lisa asks, Eric, any summer reads you recommend? I don't have summer reads.
Good.
Nothing specific, really. I just read a lot of interesting magazines and
History books.
history books, a lot of history. Not interested in fiction. Strangely enough, I've always enjoyed reality.
I
Always
only
enjoyed documentaries.
I only
I don't like
read
fiction.
biographies, autobiographies. If it didn't
Exactly.
happen, I can't get that invested in
Exactly,
it.
because we do fantasy all day, so I want some real stuff. You know, that goes for television viewing as well. I love to watch the news, not too many repetitions of the same storyline, but documentaries, news, sports.
And what reality shows do you watch, Eric?
What? Didn't even know there was such a thing. Reality shows.
Yeah, that's
Jesus.
that's the answer
You
there.
mean scripted ones?
Unscripted.
Bob asks,
Of all the Newman Abbott children, it's hard. We have trouble keeping track.
who do you
Who
think?
do you think will continue the feud?
Oh, no.
Well,
That's
which
a good
feud
question.
are
Well,
they talking about?
Well, I mean, I don't know where
The
we
big
are.
business feud? I know it's difficult for us. We don't really know what even has aired today.
No.
We only know what we have just shot
And-
because there's about a 5-week gap between what we shoot and when you see it. So
Do I know the big storyline yet? No, Victor does not, does he? I don't know.
I don't know.
I know nothing. So, who will continue? Well, if Adam were alive, he would certainly, fuel the fire. I can't think of anyone else right now.
It's
Abby wouldn't.
difficult
Abby
to
wouldn't.
know because
Nicholas wouldn't. Victoria wouldn't.
we often come in as individual actors and shoot some scenes that the other actors in our story might not be there that day. So
Right.
they missed that. They don't know anything about those scenes. And so it becomes difficult. People will say, so, what storyline is going on right now? I may know nothing about what's going on with Abby or even Nicholas if I hadn't been there that day to see it. So it can be a little tricky keeping up with the story for
Right.
us.
But I don't know. It used to be Nicholas that I didn't quite trust, and because ever since he got $500 million in a lawsuit that he won against his
What did
father.
he do with that money?
I
Is
have
that all
no
gone
idea.
now?
I have no idea.
I'll
Can you imagine that?
have to give him some.
$500 million bucks? Whoa. Whoa. Anyway, I don't know. I would say, because of past history, I would say Nicholas would be the one, unless if Adam were alive. And now I can see them all get off their chairs and say, oh, he is. I don't know that.
Well, I know that you don't like this idea, but I have always been very curious to see what would happen if, I don't know, maybe somehow Nikki gets a hold of things and somehow loses the fortune. And the Newmans
No.
are suddenly poor. I know, you always say no to that, but I just think it would be so fascinating to see them try to get along in the world poor, because their money has really given them everything that they value. And I would just love to see them. They would make their way back up to the top, darling, but I think people would enjoy watching that voyage.
But it ain't that simple. Making it up to the top again
Well,
ain't that simple.
Well, or maybe they wouldn't.
I
I just think it would be interesting because they're a very privileged group, and let's see them get along without that privilege.
I disagree.
I know you do.
I've been without that privilege for too long in my life, so I disagree. I wouldn't want anything to do with that. But besides that, I would probably be the one who has to make it again.
That's right.
That's
well,
right.
we would
And
be
you look
looking
for
to you
shoes.
to do that.
And you look for shoes.
Well,
You see,
yes.
let me see this. See?
Yves Saint Laurent.
See?
I won't tell you
What
how
are
much
they?
they were.
You got them in Paris?
No, I don't think so.
What are they asking?
Don't recall. All right, next question.
The one at the bottom.
Can't talk about shoes.
Maddie asks.
What has been one of your most memorable fan encounters? Whoa. You,
There have been many wonderful ones.
it's always unpredictable what
It's unpredictable.
going
It's
to do
always
or
nice.
say. The responses can vary from crying, picking, well, I don't think they do this to you, but some of them have tried to pick me up off the ground, hug me, they cry, they just can't believe it, because to them we've become a family member. We're in their living room on TV every day for generations, which is such a unique situation in show business. And for the fan, there are no fan bases that equal our fans. And that's something that huge movie stars don't enjoy. They don't enjoy the kind of fans that we have. They are so intense and they'll be with you forever, very loyal.
I would
Do
say
anything.
that 99% of all encounters with fans have been wonderful and very warm. One sticks out of my mind right now when we were in Monte Carlo last year. And there was a couple that had flown in from Nova Scotia or Newfoundland, and all the way from Canada, from that area.
Where were we when we met them?
I don't know where you were. You were behind me or whatever. We were standing in line as we were greeted, and a sign went up. And they were from Newfoundland or from Nova Scotia, had flown all the way to France to see us.
Oh, I remember now. They had a party for us up at the rooftop. I remember that now. It was wonderful. But yes, they will travel. It doesn't matter how many miles. They will travel, and our fan event coming up in a week or so,
They come from everywhere.
they will fly in from other
Yep.
countries.
South
no
Africa,
problem.
Australia,
Yes.
France,
Yep.
Italy,
They will all be
Amazing.
there, every country.
and everywhere from this beautiful country. So, yeah,
Great
a lot
loyalty.
of wonderful encounters with fans, I must say. Very warm. And they make you appreciate what you do. Because what happens when you work in this town, you become isolated from the people that you play to. And there's not theater, so we don't see the reaction of the audience. So when we have these fan events, and I remember doing the first one of them with you in Canada, and I suddenly began to appreciate what I do, because you realize that what you do affects people.
Yeah.
And that is, and for that I thank you. We all thank you, because it is you who tell us that what we do is of some importance. And I guess everyone wants to feel important to someone.
It's a wonderful feeling to know that while we are doing what we love, we are giving something that you can't buy. We are giving something very valuable and beautiful to other people simply by doing our job.
But they're giving it to us.
And they're, in
With their
tenfold.
warmth.
Absolutely.
And it's sometimes a little overwhelming, to be honest with you.
They will go to the trouble of finding out your hobbies, what you like. They will buy you gifts. They will make you gifts. I've had amazing gifts given to me by fans. Oh,
Or
yes.
mine. I'm kidding.
Oh, darn.
I've had them as well.
Oh, for
I've
sure.
had some wonderful gifts.
But
And
they make the effort of finding out exactly
you bet.
what you would enjoy.
Mine is Don Julio 1942, Añejo, tequila. Anyway, what's the next one here?
True.
Is it Morgan or Morgian? Do you have a favorite Victor and Nikki wedding? Is it Morgan?
I know
Is that
her.
Morgian?
She lives in France.
That's right. Her name is Morgian.
Yes.
It is I-A-N-E.
Well,
Morgian.
yes.
I think. Do you have a favorite Victor and Nikki wedding?
Victor Nikki wedding. Oh, well, there's only 4. My favorite has to be the first one.
Really?
Don't you prefer that one,
Oh, my
Des?
baby, I don't.
Come on.
I don't remember.
Oh, you can't tell one wedding from the other.
I don't remember. To me, it's just, a lot of flowers and.
See, we remember the gowns and, the shoes.
Yeah.
We remember things that you don't. So it's fascinating to us.
I don't remember. It's one flows into the other. You know what I'm saying?
As long as I'm the wife, I don't care. I don't care what goes on.
I don't remember a damn thing. I just say I do. I do. And
Man.
Melody, I do. What's the next one here? Maureen asks, what made
Now,
you... Oh,
what made you cut your hair? We love it. Oh, thank you. I cut my hair every now and then. I just get bored. It grows very fast, annoyingly fast. And I'm sorry, this is going to be utterly boring to you. But wanting to cut your hair becomes a big issue when you're on a show like ours, because if you haven't finished shooting all of the scenes of that sequence, you can't cut your hair yet. So I went through several months of figuring out, okay, can I cut my hair Friday? No, I can't do that. It becomes this big deal. When are you going to cut your hair? Anyway, I had to wait for a specific time to do it so that all the scenes were shot and it all matched, because if I had to do a scene, my hair it's all very boring, guys. I'm sorry.
but I like it.
Anyway, everybody loves
I
it.
like the
It'll be
result.
long again in a month.
But
and
you know,
then
I'm
I'll
planning to have a
deal with
buzz
that
cut
again.
and a mohawk. A buzz cut and what's with those light green
He's been
mohawks.
talking about that.
Okay, so that's my hairdo coming up.
We'll wait on that.
What is the next one here? The last question.
Oh,
Alicia asks, we love Nectar, Vicky Nectar. Any message to the fans?
oh goodness. Keep watching. Keep tweeting and all these other things that people do these days.
But more specific than that, I think this stuff is getting hotter and hotter. It's getting a whoa, whoa, whoa. There's some storylines coming up. I must say,
Yeah,
fasten your seatbelts.
that
Interesting
is
stuff.
true.
Okay,
And
but we
can't
thank
tell
you for engaging with us. It's wonderful. So
This is
anything
always
else?
fun.
Anything else you want to talk about?
I don't have time. I mean, if I had more time, I'd talk about more shoes. But
Yes.
you know, we did that.
Yes,
Did the hair. I'm out. That's it.
it was fun.
Thank you,
Thank you
so
very much. Are they watching
Keep
overseas as
tuning
well?
in. This
Are
is
they
just-
watching overseas as well?
I don't know. I would imagine
En
so.
France? Bonjour, bonsoir, bonne nuit, auf Wiedersehen, gute Nacht, buenas noches, and all that, you know?
Taximiga. The only Swedish I know.
Is it?
Thank you.
So this is the end?
Not for us,
No,
darling.
darling, not for us.